Pay attention, you bastards.
So Halle Bailey and DDG have been ordered to not post Halo at all. At all. And when I seen this post, man, I was like, damn. Like, how do you get to that point? Right? How do you get to the point of, you know, the judge saying, man, stop, man, hey, just stop posting them. Stop posting them. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, y'all doing too much. Stop posting them. How do you get to that point? You know what I'm saying? And again, I think that it's a messed up situation, but I think that, you know, it could be a great thing. I think that with this happening, you know, I just hate that it had to happen like that. I think that it should have just happened like on some like, hey, look, we're gonna not post our son because, you know, obviously we both got two different brands. And, you know, our brands are getting bigger and bigger, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, maybe we probably shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I think that that's how it should have happened. But, you know, it happened this way, you know, and I get it. Like, I get the judge making that decision because he like, bro, like, yo, like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much controversy. It's too much back and forth. It's too much. Because, again, DDG brand is, when you talk about this YouTube shit, like DDG, one of them guys, we all know that on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like Halle Bailey in her own right, she got a brand as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Halle Bailey, like shout out Chloe. You know what I'm saying? Like they do their thing as well. But it's one of them things where it's like, you know, I think it's great because it's a safety thing too. Stop posting, you know, not just that y'all having the arguments and the back and forth on posting the kid. Not just that, but you know, it's a safety thing because, again, y'all got stuff going on both ends. Y'all obviously into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that kid can get lost in that. In a sense of, you know, somebody could hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could want to hurt the kid because, you know, this person got a big fan base. That person got a big fan base. And when these two people are going at each other's heads, it's like, yo, like, a person might say, well, I'm gonna go and do something to you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And again, it might sound crazy, but that's the world that we live in. There's crazy fans that will do something. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you got the same way y'all watching me, you got people that watch these individual people religiously. You know what I'm saying? Every day, all day long. You know what I mean? And it could get very, very, very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I think it's nothing wrong with putting your kids online, I feel like, but I feel like be careful with it. You know, be careful because you might be thinking it's nothing. I'm just posting my kid. Or I'm just, you know, showing my kid to the world or just talking about my kid. But there's people that sit back and be like, man, let me try to find out what school they go to. Let me try to find out, you know, where they live. Let me try to find out when the dad is gone. You know, where the mom is going. Let me try to find out exactly where they at so I can take the kid. People think that way. And I'll never forget, man, I was cutting a head and I was cutting Black Youngster. I'll never forget this. I was cutting Black Youngster and I was like, you know, we just having a regular conversation, right? He had came out here to visit and, you know, staying in this fly ass, crib was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like, those was one of them houses I seen where I'm like, damn, I gotta get my money right. This shit, damn. You walk in the house, I'm talking about walking the house, and you look down. As soon as you get in the door, you look down, and there's like a glass walkway, and you can see 2 levels down, right? It's like a house, and it's built, you know the levels. You come in on the 3rd level, and it's 2 levels down. Right, and you can look through the glass and you can see the the whole like the rooms downstairs, and the shit was crazy. But you know, I go and I cut Youngster and we chopping it up, man. We just chopping up about life shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting to know him, he getting to know me. You know, and you know, a lot of times I'm real open. I'll be like, man, well, you know, I got kids, man. My daughter. You know, daughter 13 is not time at the time. This is probably like this was probably had to be like maybe 6 years ago, 7 years ago. So we talking, and I'm like, yeah, man, I got a daughter, this and that. Woo, you know what I mean? You know, this and that. And then I was like, yo, like, you got kids? He's like, yeah, I got kids too. And I'm like, okay, that's what's up, man. How old are your kids? He was like, I don't do that. And I was like, I'm like, what the fuck? What he's talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because Black Youngster, if those of you who see him online, he's very goofy. Like he'll be joking around and doing goofy shit, but that nigga is very serious too. And he snapped in and out of goofiness and seriousness. Cause we joking and shit. We like, yeah, I'm like, I'm so, oh shit, man, you got kids? Oh, what's up? Hey, you know, how old are your kids? And he was like, I don't do that. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking at the nigga like, nigga, you weird. Like, weird ass nigga, like, what the fuck? I don't do that. Like, he paused, like, nigga, I don't do that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm cutting his hair. So I'm like, you know, yeah, oh yeah, how much? Yeah, okay. Yeah, how old your kids? And he was just like, he looked at me, he was like, I don't do that. And I'm just like, and it threw me off, right? It threw me off, but what I got from it was like, nigga, I don't know you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we having a good conversation and you seem cool, but I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'm like, bro, like, even if you did know me, like, even if you don't know me, it's like, bro, what the fuck I'm gonna do with an age? You know what I'm saying? Like, but people do that. Moral of the story. People will look up, have a conversation with you, find out how old your kids is, look them up, find out what schools they go to, you know what I'm saying? And find out, like, where they gonna be at. And will take your motherfucking kid and not have a problem doing it. You know what I'm saying? And fucking hold them for ransom, whatever they doing. People are crazy. So that's why I'm saying, you know, that situation, and I seen this, it made me look back on that and be like, yeah. So the judge is probably like, bro, like, before this shit start get dangerous, because y'all both got big brands, but DDG going stupid right now. Like, just the amount of content, the celebrity of it. You know what I'm saying? The online presence, because obviously you got big celebrities, we got bigger celebrities, but the online presence is like ridiculous right now, as far as YouTube, as far as TikTok, Snapchat, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he's like, yo, like, this ain't gonna go well. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's probably a reality check. You know what I'm saying? It's probably a reality check for both of them. You know what I mean? Just being young and being like, damn, like, you know, we doing too much. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not trying to put anything on either one of them, right? I know it takes two to tango and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it may be the best thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't wanna be, you know, in a situation where something happens and then you gotta look back and be like, damn, yeah, I knew we should have stopped doing that. You know what I'm saying? But again, it makes me think to myself too, like, man, like, and again, my brand is nowhere near as big as their brands yet. You know what I'm saying? But it makes me sit back and kind of be like, damn, okay. Like, you might want to, as you get bigger in this shit, as you get more well known, it may not always be about like, yo, my kids is always in the camera, especially if they're little babies. You know what I'm saying? As they get older, they got their own brands and they got their own thing that they're doing. Like, my daughter's a little older, so, you know, it's a little different. But I feel like it just makes me look at the shit and be like, man, you know what, man, you might want to be careful. You know, so to all of y'all that got kids, they got young kids, young babies, you know, be careful. You know what I'm saying? Be careful with putting your family out there like that. You know, be careful with, you know, exposing everything, because we as content creators, you know, we put it out there. Like, y'all looking right now, y'all seeing a place in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that's crazy that might, oh well, shit, oh, okay, I think I know where that's at. Oh yeah, I be watching his videos. Yeah, I think I know where that's at too. I'm gonna go visit that nigga. Like, it's people that's, you know what I'm saying, all my normal people that's watching, that be watching my shit, man, that's like all y'all that's watching this shit, y'all like, man, you know, y'all might be normal, but it's people that be watching that might be like, bro, like, they a little nutty, you know what I'm saying? And it just happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens, and that's just the world that we live in. So this shit is all about being safe, man. So, man, be safe, protect yours, man. Protect yours. You know what I'm saying? And especially the babies. You know what I'm saying? Especially the little babies that, you know, you may not be around for everything. You may be at work, you may be traveling, you may be doing your thing. And then somebody then found out where your kid go to school and where your kid, you know, where your kid is at. So you got to be careful, man. So, man, as far as DDG and Halle, man, hold y'all head. You know what I'm saying? It sucks that y'all got to go through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I never met DDG personally or Halle personally. But, you know, I know they peoples on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm kind of just like, man, you know what I mean? Like, I hope that, you know, y'all can figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because what I hear, y'all both great people. Both great people. You know what I'm saying? So I just would want to see, you know, y'all get through this shit and just be on some positive vibes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and again, y'all got kids together. I mean, y'all have a kid together. So it's like, you know, you don't want to always be at each other's throat, because this shit, people say, man, you got to be around till you're 18, till the kid's 18, but it's like, nah, that shit's a forever thing. It's truly a forever thing, because my daughter, right, me and her mom are not together, but it's like, as much as like all the shit that we went through a lot of shit in the past, we're cool now, but it's like, I don't look at it as, oh, well, when she turned 18, I really don't got to say shit to her mama. Yeah, if we're not getting along, we don't have to deal with each other because the child is older. But at the same time, you're always tied in as family. You know what I'm saying? You're always tied in, you know, as a unit, because that is the reality of, you know, it's you know, it's one of them things where it takes a village. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are always in the village together. So because of that, it's like you might as well try to get over as much as you can. Get over the hurt and the pain. Get over the negative shit, and, you know, be a family. You know what I'm saying? Even if y'all not together in a relationship, you know, be solid. You know what I'm saying? And help raise, you know, the person that you guys are raising. I mean, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? So again, man, I send my condolences to Halle and DDG, man. This shit sucks, but, you know, it happens. You know what I mean? So as always, man, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.